welcome to More Math Homework Help. I am Miss Moore, and I am here to help you with your math homework. So every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am here to help you with your math homework. All you have to do, if you ever need help with your math homework, if you're ever struggling with a topic or any kind of math concept, all you have to do is fill out the form in the description of this video. Fill it out before 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, and come live with me on Tuesdays at 7:30, and I will help you out. All right, so we have a student guest today, and I am going to bring him up. Okay, and today we're going to be focused on word problems. Okay, multiplication and word problems. So we have a fourth grader here today that needs some math help. Hello, my fourth grader.
Hi.
All right. Oops. So let's start off with a word problem like this. Okay, I'm going to read it, and then you tell me. You're going to tell me what the important information is and how we should solve this problem. Okay. Okay. So, oops. A flashlight needs 2 batteries to work. How many total batteries would you need for 7 flashlights? So a flashlight, how many flashlights is that? The A flashlight.
2.
So a flashlight, when you see a flashlight, how many flashlights are they talking about?
1.
1, right? So we have 1 flashlight. And how many batteries does this 1 flashlight need?
2.
2. Okay. So great job. Now, if you're like me, I like to draw pictures to kind of help me understand it. I'm not the greatest at drawing, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. So let's pretend that this is a flashlight and it needs 2 batteries. So 1 flashlight needs 2 batteries. Okay.
Okay.
And we want to find out how many total batteries am I going to need for how many flashlights?
7.
7. So if 1 takes 2 batteries, how many are we going to have in all for 7 flashlights?
14.
How did you do it?
7 times 2.
Good. Because you realize that if 1 took 2, then 7 is going to need 7 times 2, and 7 times 2 is 14. Excellent job. So you're going to need 14 batteries. Okay, let's do it again. So a CD contains 4 songs. So a CD has 4 songs on it. Okay. How many songs would 8 CDs contain? So again, let's start with a CD. How many CDs is that? A CD. How many CDs are we talking about?
1.
Good. So 1 CD has how many songs?
4.
Good. Okay, so we don't have CDs anymore, but when I was growing up, I sound so old. There were CDs. So pretend like a tablet has 4 songs on it or something like that. How many songs, if we had 8 CDs now, how many songs would we have in all?
32.
Good. What did you do?
8 times 4.
Good. You are on fire. Okay, let's do this next one. Nora uses an ounce of butter to bake 9 cookies. How many cookies can she bake with 8 ounces of butter? So tell me what to do.
8 times 9.
Okay, 8 times 9. How did you know that?
Because it's asking how much butter. She uses 9 butters. How many cookies can she bake with 8 ounces of butter?
Okay. So how many ounces of butter does she need for 9 cookies?
Uh,
So Nora uses how many ounces of butter for 9 cookies? What does it say?
uh,
Okay, so look up here. So it says Nora uses an ounce of butter to bake 9 cookies. What's an ounce? How many ounces is that?
1.
Good. So it's 1 ounce of butter for 9 cookies. Okay, so here's our butter. Okay, and it takes this ounce and we use that for 9 cookies, right? 2, that's 6. Okay. 1 ounce of butter for 9 cookies. If I have 8 of these butters, good. We're going to do 8 times 9, which is what's 8 times 9? You have it, Isaiah. What's 8 times 9?
Uh,
So with your 9s, there's a little trick where, so if you put down your 8th finger and what's on the, whatever your left is, so 7 on this side and then 2 on this side. So it's 72. Okay. So 8 times 9 is 72. Okay. So let's try another one. You're doing great with these though. Okay. Okay. Up holds 5 ounces of water. If I have 10 cups, how many ounces of water can it hold? Okay. Let's go back to this color. All right, Isaiah. So tell me what important information am I underlining? So a cup holds 5 ounces of water. If I have 10 cups, how many ounces of water can it hold? What is the important information here?
oh, A cup,
Good. A cup is how much?
1.
Good. So 1 cup holds what?
5 ounces of water.
Good. All right. So we have our cup. That's an ugly cup. And that holds 5 ounces. All right. Now what's the other important information?
Multiplying.
Okay. But before we multiply, what other information do I have?
How many ounces of water?
Okay. We want to know how many ounces of water, but what other information is important to know?
10 cups.
Good. So 1 cup can hold 5 ounces. But if I have 10 of these cups, and they each hold 5 ounces, how many ounces is that altogether? What are you going to
50.
do?
Multiply.
Good. And what are you multiplying?
10 times 5.
Good. 10 times 5, which is
50.
50. Good job. Okay. Let's try another one. So these are multiplication. I'm going to give you all types of. So let's see. Okay. So here's a word problem. I want you to tell me if you need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Okay.
Okay.
So Nancy has 24 ribbons. She shares them equally with her 4 friends. How many ribbons does each friend get? Okay. So she has 24 ribbons. She shares them equally with her 4 friends. How many ribbons does each friend get? Okay. So let's start off. What do we know? What am I underlining?
How
What's the first thing they tell us?
she shares.
Okay, so she shares them. Okay, what else?
How many ribbons does each friend get?
Good. We want to know how many ribbons for each friend. Okay, that's some important words. Also, it's important to know, well, how much does she start off with?
24.
Good. So she's starting off with 24 ribbons. Okay. And who is she sharing them with?
4 friends.
Good. Her 4 friends. Okay. So now, what's a key word here that lets you know if we're going to be adding, dividing, or multiplying? What's a key word here that you see?
Equally.
Good. Okay. She shares them equally. This is a key word right here. All right. So tell me what you would do. How would you figure out how much each friend is going to get?
Divide.
Good. Nice job. Okay. So this is a key word for dividing. All right. So 24 divided by 4.
6.
What is it?
6.
Good. Excellent. Okay. Nice job. Okay. Let's do it again. All right, here we go. Sarah needs $45 to go to the fair. So far, she has $28. How much more money does she need to go to the fair? So how much more money is she going to need in order to go to the fair? Okay, so tell me how you would figure that out.
Subtract.
Okay, why would you subtract?
So because you can take 28 from 45.
Okay, but what in here lets you know that you needed to subtract? Why
How
didn't you?
How much more money does she need to go to the fair?
Good. That how much more was a keyword for subtraction. Okay, good. Okay. So she's trying to get to $45. She has 28, so we need to know how much more she's going to need so she can definitely go to this fair. All right. So can I do 5 minus 8?
No.
Nope. What am I going to do?
Borrow.
Okay. And what's this 4 going to become?
3.
Good. And what happens to the 5?
It becomes a 15.
Excellent. Now 15 minus 8.
1. I mean,
15.
8.
Almost. 16 minus 8 is 8. So 15, take away 1.
14.
No. 15 minus 8. Okay, so count down from 15.
7.
Yes, good job. And 3 minus 2?
1.
Good. So she's going to need $17, 17 more dollars in order to get to the fair. Good. But you're doing great knowing exactly what operation you're going to need to do. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. Here we go. Okay. So Riley has 21 teddy bears. Her friend Lucy has 34 teddy bears. How many do they have in all?
55.
Okay. How did you do that?
34 plus 21.
Okay. And how did you know to add?
How many do they have in all?
Good. In all was a keyword for addition. Good job. You're doing great. Okay. Let's take that off. All right, here we go. This is a combination question because you're doing so well. All right. Rich scored 30 points at the football game today. Scott scored 27 points. Tim scored the remaining points. If the team scored a total of 102 points, how many points did Tim score? So Rich scored 30 points at the football game today. Scott scored 27 points, and Tim scored the remaining points. If the team scored a total of 102 points, how many points did Tim score? Oh no. Hey, we lost you.
I don't know what happened.
It's okay. Okay.
47.
Okay, tell me what you did.
102.
First, tell me what you know.
Subtraction.
Okay, so tell me what the problem, like what you know about the problem.
102 minus 57.
Okay, where did you get 57 from?
30 plus 27.
Okay, so what made you add 30 plus 27? So if you were explaining this to a first grader and they're like, I don't even know where to start, how would you explain it to them?
You add to the 2 to the 3 and get 5. And then you add
start off with how you knew to add these two. So if they're reading this problem and they don't even know where to start, what would you tell them?
Because if the team scored a total of 102 points, they would have to add the 30 and 27 together to get the amount of points in all.
Okay, and what would you get?
57.
Okay, and then what?
Then count the amount of more you need for the total amount of the points for how many Tim got.
Good. Okay, what was the key word here that let you know you needed to subtract for Tim?
How many points? How many?
Maybe. Sometimes how many, though, can go for anything. It could go for addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. But what was the key word? Look for a sentence that has a keyword to let you know, oh, this definitely means I'm going to subtract.
How many points did Tim score?
No. Look at the sentence about Tim. Read that sentence about Tim.
Tim scored the remaining points.
Good. The remaining points, right? The points that are left over. So they scored 30 and 27. And then all the points that are left, Tim did that. Okay. So good. You added these two together, and then you have to subtract from the whole team's point. And you were able to get, what was your answer?
47.
47. Okay, so let's see. Can I do 2 minus 7?
No.
No. So I'm going to have to borrow, and this becomes a 10. All right. So what's 12 minus 7?
5.
Good. And 9 minus 5?
4.
Good. Okay, so Tim, it wasn't 47, it was 45. So you were close. You got to this point, but just be careful. It was 102 minus 57, which was 45 remaining points. Good job. Okay, so what I want now, because you absolutely know the important information, you know how to solve the problem, but now I want to work with you on explaining it, writing an explanation. Okay, so this is part of where you struggle on your test. If they say explain your work or explain your answer or explain how you know this, now obviously I know you know it, right? So one part of explaining is just to show them the work, right? So you can say this. Here's what I want you to start doing. I want you to start saying what you know first. So I want you to start saying, I know, and you can repeat what you see in the thing. I know that Rich scored, let me type this because my handwriting is atrocious. Okay, so you can say, let's bring it over here. So first start off by saying what you know. I know that Rich scored 30 points. I also know, or you can say, and Scott scored 27 points. Together, they scored 57 points. Or you could say, so I added them. Just talk through what you did, right? So you can say, let's make that even clearer for you. All right, here we go. I know that Rich scored 30 points and Scott scored 27 points. You can say, and then start telling us what you did. So I added 30 and 27 together to find their total points. Okay, so this is what they mean when they say explain your work. Tell us what you know. I know that Rich scored 30 points and Scott scored 27 points. So I added 30 and 27 together to find their total points. Then I subtracted 102 and 57 to find Tim's remaining points. Or Tim's points. And that's it. Okay, so you're just walking us through exactly what you did. So start off by saying, I know this. And so I added these two together to find their total points. And then I subtracted to find Tim's points. Done. Okay, you don't need to write anything else. You don't have to talk about, and then I carried the one and borrow. You don't have to do any of that. Make it sweet and simple. Okay, so I'm going to give you, so what we're going to do is, let's do it again. You're going to tell us what you know. So that first sentence is going to be what you know. Okay, and it was just one sentence. Okay, and then you're going to tell us what you did. And that's just, I added to find this, or I subtracted, whatever it was that you did. What did you do? Okay, so let's try it. So, oops. You know what? I'm going to, okay. Explanation. What you know. And what did you do? Okay, that's what we're going to do. Because you can obviously do the word problems. It's just a matter of explaining it. So let's go. I'll put it on the screen right there. Alrighty. Maria. Apples. She Okay. I'm going to change this color for you. Okay. So let's try this. So I want you to tell me the answer, and then I'm going to have you write an explanation of how you knew what to do and read it to me, okay? So Maria needs 5 apples to make an apple pie. If she has 45 apples, how many apple pies can she make? Okay, Maria needs 5 apples to make an apple pie. If she has 45 apples, how many apple pies can she make?
$10.
Okay, tell me what you did.
5 times 10.
Okay, 5 times 10. And what's 5 times 10?
45.
5 times 10 is not 45.
Oh, 5 times 9.
Okay. Okay, so how many apple pies can she make?
9.
9. Okay, now if they say, explain your answer. Okay, so I want you to write down what you know. So tell me what they told you, basically. And then what did you do to solve it? Okay, so take a moment and just write that down. So just like before, I said, I know he scored this, right? So what do you know?
I know he scored this because it said how many apple pies can she make.
Wait, say it one more time.
I know because it says how many apple pies can she make.
So not so when I say what do you know, tell me the important information. So give me one important information. And it's usually in about the first or second sentence. So in the first sentence, what's some important information?
Maria needs
what?
5 apples.
Okay. So 5 apples for what?
1 pie.
Good. Okay. 5 apples to make 1 pie. So when you write down what you know, this is what I need you to start saying, okay? I know that Maria needs, so repeat the first sentence. 5 apples to make 1 apple pie. So if she has 45 apples, I need to what? Are you adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing?
Dividing.
Good. So I need to divide to find out, or you can just say what you did, right? So I know Maria has 5 apples. So step one, what you know. I know that Maria needs 5 apples to make 1 apple pie, right? So I divided 45 and 5 to find out how many pies she made. That's it. Okay, so when we're asking you for your explanation, we just want to know that you know that this is a division problem and you know that what I underlined was important information. Okay, so step one, give me the important information. I know that Maria needs 5 apples to make an apple pie, 1 apple pie. So I divided 45 and 5, and then tell us what you did. I divided 45 and 5 to find out how many pies she made. Or you can say I multiplied 5 times 9 to get to 45 apples. Okay, it doesn't matter what you say, but just make sure the second sentence is clear on what you did. So I divided. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try it again. I'm going to erase this. And we can leave this explanation up here. Okay, let's do one more before we move on to multiplication. All right. Isaiah reads 42 words a minute. If he reads for 15 minutes, how many words did he read in all? So first tell me the answer.
$14. 42 minus 15.
Hold on. Let me just add that word so you know. So Isaiah reads 42 words in a minute. So every minute he reads 42 words. If he reads for 15 minutes, how many words did he read in all? So take a moment and I want you to solve this. It's going to take you longer than a minute to solve.
For 42 minus 15.
Okay, so I want you to fill in the blank. Okay, so you're going to write, I know that, and then tell us what you know. What was the important information in the problem? So and then tell us what you did, whether that was multiplied, added, subtracted, whatever it was. Okay, so write down your explanation.
I know that 42 minus 15.
Well, wait. What do you know? The word problem doesn't tell you to subtract, right? It doesn't, in the word problem, it doesn't say 42 minus 15. Just tell us what the word problem said. The first thing the word problem said. I know that what?
I know that I have to subtract
No, that goes in with the second sentence. Okay, you would say, so I subtracted. But in the first sentence, you tell us the important information from the sentence. So look at the first sentence. What did the first sentence tell us in the word problem?
Isaiah reads 42 words in a minute.
Okay, 42 words in how many minutes?
1.
Okay, so each minute he reads 42 words. So that's what you would say. I know that. Just repeat. So watch this. This is what you need to start doing. Repeat the first sentence, okay? Or the first time they give us important information. So it might not always be the first sentence, but it's the first time they're going to give you the important information, right? So I know that. And let me delete that. Okay. I know that Isaiah reads. There we go. 42 words in 1 minute. So now tell me what you did. So this is where you put add, subtract, multiply, or divide.
So I subtract.
What two numbers did you subtract?
42 minus 15.
Okay. And what did you get?
27.
Okay. Now, pause for a second. I'm going to move this out of the way. So for 1 minute, Isaiah reads 42 words, right? In 1 minute. In 15 minutes, you just said he reads 27 words. How is it possible that 15 minutes he's reading less words than 1 minute? So does this answer make sense? Because every minute he's supposed to be reading 42 words. So 27, does this answer make sense?
No.
No. So what do we need to do? Because every minute or each minute, he's reading 42 words. So 15 minutes, he's going to be reading a lot more than 42 words, right? So what are we going to have to do? So every minute, 42 words.
Multiply.
Good. Okay. So you're going to multiply. So let's change that. So I multiplied. What are you multiplying?
42 times 15.
Good. To find out what? What is that going to give us? My final answer is going to tell us what? Look at the question.
How much it gives us.
Say it again.
How much it gives us.
How much what does it give us?
Pages. Words.
Words, good. Okay, so we want to know how many words he reads in all. So I multiplied, and go ahead and multiplied to find out how many words. You just repeat the question. He reads in all. Okay, so a lot of it, explaining your work, is going to be repeating the information they gave you in the problem. Okay, and tell me what you get. 42 times 15.
410.
400. So tell me how you did it. So 2 times 5?
10.
10. Okay. 4 times 5?
20.
Plus 1?
3.
20 plus 1.
Oh, 21.
Good. Okay. Now we have our placeholder. Okay. 1 times 2.
1 and 2.
Good. So we're doing 1 times 2, which is 2. Okay. And then 4 times 1.
4.
Good. Okay. And what am I doing now?
Subtracting.
Not subtracting.
Adding.
Good. Okay. 0 plus 0.
0.
1 plus 2.
3.
2 plus 4.
6.
So how many words does he read in 15 minutes?
630.
Good. Okay. So one thing I want you to notice, and we're going to do some practice with multiplication, but one thing I want you to notice, look at my first sentence. I know when you're explaining, so here's your explanation. When they say, you found your answer, 630 words, right? And they say, okay, explain your work. You would say, I know, and then look how we just repeated that first sentence. Okay, do you see how that's what we put here? I know that Isaiah reads 42 words in 1 minute. You see how we did that?
Yeah.
So start your explanation off with the important information they gave us. I know that Isaiah reads 42 words in 1 minute. So and then tell us what you did. You multiplied. So I multiplied 42 times 15 to find out, then take the question, how many words he reads in all. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to see you explain. Give me a name. Okay. Reese. All right. So Reese made 42 wallets. In each wallet, she put 4 stamps. How many stamps are there in all?
$32 divided by 4.
Okay. And why did you divide?
So I can get the answer.
Okay. So So it's not dividing. So I want you to look at it again. Okay, take your time.
Multiplying.
Okay, why?
So find how many stamps are there in all.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do 32 times 4, and then we're going to write an explanation. Okay. Okay, 32 times 4.
158.
Almost. Okay, so you got the 8 part, but 3 times 5 is 15, but 3 times 4. So 3 times 5 is 15, but this says 3 times 4. So what's 3 times 4?
32. I mean, 12.
Good. Okay, so 128 stamps in all, right? Okay, so now help me out. We're writing an explanation. Okay, here's your key right here. I know that, and you're going to write the important information. So what's the important information they gave us in this problem? We're just repeating what they told us. So I know that what?
How many?
No.
Reese made 32 wallets.
Good. I know that Reese made 32 wallets. And what else did they tell us?
How many stamps are in all?
That's not what else they told us. So when we say I know, we're not talking about the question. We're just talking about what information they gave us. So I know that Reese made 32 wallets. And what else did they tell us?
In each wallet, she puts 4 stamps.
Good. Okay, we're just repeating what they told us. Okay, so now what did you do? Did you add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
Multiply.
Good. So I multiplied, and what numbers did you multiply?
32 times 4.
Yeah. To find the answer. That's it. Okay. So you're just repeating what they said. I know that Reese made 32 wallets, and in each wallet she put 4 stamps. So I multiplied 32 times 4 to find the answer. And that's it. You see it? So you don't have to mention the question. Just say I multiply. So just say the important information before the question, and then say what you did. If you added, subtracted, multiplied, or divide, and that helped you to find how many stamps there were. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we've been working for over an hour. So I'm just going to give you one multiplication problem, and then I'm going to let you go. So do this for me. 35 times 17. Okay.
835.
835. Okay, let's see. So you did.
335.
Say it again.
335.
335. Okay, let's see. Okay, so tell me what you did. Walk me through it.
I did 5 times 7 first.
Good. And what'd you get?
35.
Okay. So where did you put that 3?
In the tens place.
Good. Okay, now what?
I multiplied 30 times 10.
30 times 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
about 30 times 7?
30 times 7?
Yeah, you have to do this first. 30 times 7 plus 3. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, how did your teacher teach you? So tell me what you did. So you said you did 5 times 7 and got 35. And then you did 30 times 10 and got what?
300.
Okay. And then what?
I added them together.
Okay, but what about the 10 times 5 and the 30 times 7?
50.
Okay, so we have 10 times 5, which is 50, but then you also have to do 30 times 7. Okay, so if you break it down, you're going to have to do
210.
Yes. Okay, and then add them all together. Okay. And then you should get the right answer. So you're going to do 35 plus 300 plus 50 plus 210. And tell me what you get.
595.
There you go. Okay. So here's what you need to remember. So good job knowing that this is a 30 and a 10, right? But so here's what happens. Everybody gets a chance to play. Okay. So 35 times 17. So first focus on this 5 right here. So it's going to be 5 times 7. And then this 1 is going to say, wait, I want to play with 5 too. But remember, the 1 is a 10. So you're going to do 5 times 10. Okay?
Okay.
And then after you finish with the 5, then you do the 30. So you're going to do 30 times 7. And then again, the 10 is going to want to play with 32. And so you just have to keep track of all of them, okay? So when you're multiplying, you should have 4 different numbers, 4 different groups that you're multiplying, and then add them all together at the end, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do multiplication, more practice with this at another time, but you did a great, great, great job tonight, okay? You should be proud of yourself. You did amazing with those word problems. We're going to keep working on how to explain them because you know exactly what to do for the most part with the word problems. It was just when it came to explaining them that, like I showed you, let's make it super easy. Just tell us what the problem, important information they already gave you. Just repeat it to them and then say, so I multiplied to find the answer. And you're done. Okay? So we'll repeat that more so you can really get it. And then practice some more multiplication. But excellent job. Okay?
Okay.
All righty. How are you feeling about it? About word problems and multiplication?
Good.
Good. Okay. Good. All right. So that is the end of our More Math homework help. I will see you guys next week. Again, remember, if you ever need math help, click the link in the description of this video, fill out that form, and join me live so I can give you the math help you need. All right. See you next week. Bye.